I easily turned the bike. Another pack of bike riders here. Push past the limit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello there. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm gonna take the Drag Escape Sport, which is an entry-level e-bike, and shred the trails in Băneasa Forest in the northern part of Bucharest. But first, let's see what kind of an e-bike it is. The frame of the Drag e-Sport is an alloy hydroformed double-butted tapered one that comes in three sizes, S, M and L. Mine here is in the M size. There is also another model that comes with more expensive and quality parts and also comes in S, M and L. You can look it up in the links in the description below. The fork is an SR Suntour XCM30 with 100 millimeters of travel. It's a coil fork with preload on both tensions. The Drag Escape Sport stands tall on 29-inch wheels front and rear with Mitas Ocelot 2.35 inches wide tires. The wheels are both easily removable with the help of the quick releases. The Drag Escape Sport has a 1x9 transmission comprised of a 38-tooth chainring up front attached to the motor, which we will talk about in a minute, and a 9-speed Shimano cassette ranging from 11 to 34 teeth. It also has 170mm long crank arms and some nice nylon pedals with a pretty wide platform. The trigger shifter here is a Shimano Altus, and the rear derailleur on the Drag Escape Sport is also a Shimano Altus with SGS, which means it has a long cage. Up front, the cockpit is comprised from a combo of Drag Bicycle's own brand, Cox. And this particular e-bike has a Cox Rogue Low handlebar that is 740mm wide with a Cox Rogue stem, which is 60mm long. This combination helps with the handling, as we will see later on. The grips are also nice. They are Ride Fit E-Mtb Trail SC lock-on grips. I also saw them on the Drag Ion 3.1. which we reviewed in a previous video, and I can tell you they are quite comfortable. Topping power on the Drag Escape Sport is provided by Shimano MT201 single piston brakes with 180mm Tektro rotor in the front and the Tektro 160mm rotor in the back, which we will test and see if they are sufficient to stop this 21kg e-bike. The seat post is also a Cox Rogue with 30.9mm and is 350mm long. I will be sitting on a Cox trigger saddle. The kickstand is also mounted in my favorite position, and it doesn't stop you from pedaling backwards. As you can see here, I can pedal backwards freely. Moving on to the electrical system on the Drag Escape Sport, you will find the Shimano DU E5000 motor, which is also present on the Drag eSense Uni 3.0. It is a mid-drive brushless motor with 40 Nm max and 250 watts continuous rated power, which provides optimized pedaling assist for comfort, long riding distance, and on top of all that, it has lower drag torque and lower noise. The battery is a Shimano BT E8014, rated as 36 volts, 11 amp hours with 418 watt hours. It is easily removed from the bike if you want to just take the battery inside to charge it. Speaking of which, in the package you will receive the Shimano EC6002, which will charge the battery in approximately 6.5 hours from empty to full and fast charge it to 80% in just 3.5 hours. On the handlebars, we find the Shimano SC E5000 display, which also doubles as a remote. It comes preset. If you want to change advanced settings on it, you will have to connect the bike with the Shimano eTube app, because despite having 4 buttons, you cannot access any settings. Let's power on the bike from the button located on the battery and see what the display shows us. I bet you saw these mounted on. These are a combo Sigma headlight and backlight, and you will see why I have them mounted on the bike. Stay tuned and you'll find out. As you can see here on the display, when we powered on the Drag Escape Sport, all that we have is a speedometer and a battery indicator, and if we push this button, we go into eco mode, the first assistance mode, and you see a bar coming up here on the lower left corner of the display. You press it again in the second, and we have 105 kilometers of range left. If I press it again, we go into the highest assistance mode, and we have 75 kilometers range left. The remote also has a minus button. I call it a minus button, but it's quite similar with this one. We have this button which cycles through range, distance, and the odometer here. And now let's ride the Drag Escape Sport and see what it feels like. The familiar cobblestones. We are not going on the right, we are going on the left today. And I'm gonna take this sidewalk here. I'm gonna go downhill for a bit. I'm moving towards Banasa Forest so I can shred this entry-level e-bike and see what it's made of. I am now pedaling with no assistance from the motor, and I am pedaling comfortably with 20 kilometers an hour. Let's turn on the first power assist. It helps you a little bit. I am familiar with this motor from the city e-bike I reviewed, the Drag eSense Uni 3.0. I'm going to press this button again, and it goes into the second power assist mode. I have to change some gears also. I will test the maneuverability here on this little spot, which has some tight corners. I'm gonna push this button once more and put it in the highest power assist mode. Yeah, it's very agile, as you can see. I easily turned the bike in these tight corners. Now let's use the crosswalk and go up. Definitely in the highest assist power mode, it's quite snappy. Let me change another couple of gears. The Shimano motor, the DUE 5000, is limited, and I can see on the display 25.4, 25.8, and after that the motor is gonna start fighting you, and you're gonna have to put some serious power to get over the limitation. So the bike is quite legal according to EU laws, so you don't have to worry about anything. Just take the bike out and ride it. It's quite a tight space. I have to wait for this traffic light to turn green. If you remember, a while back we took this same road to Banasa Forest a while back as I explored it. Now I'm gonna use the drag escape to shred the trails in the forest. Join me, I'll see you there. After some shouting and a bit of pedaling, I have reached Banasa Forest on the Drag Escape Sport. I'm gonna be making a left turn on the first trail I see here, which is this one. Has some stones on it, some cobblestones actually, so that's quite a nice test for the Santur XCM 30. It soaks up the bumps quite nice. Sort of a gravelly patch here. That's nice. We just hit dirt. We just hit dirt for the first time. A lot of fallen trees. I'm on the highest assist mode on the Drag Escape Sport, and I can tell you it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna make a right turn here and go even deeper on the trails in Banasa Forest. Let's make a left turn here. Another pack of bike riders here. I just flew past them. They were not so happy. They were just chilling, and I blew past them at full speed. The full 25.7 kilometers the Drag Escape Sport can do. It's quite a nice trail, and yeah, a fallen tree, but we are going to go around it and continue shredding on this trail because it's quite a nice one, a flowy one. So for cross-country mountain biking, oh, that was a bit of a bump. As I was saying, for cross-country mountain biking, the Drag Escape Sport is very nice. So I've been shredding for about 3 minutes at full speed, and as you can hear from my voice, I breathe perfectly fine. There is a bit of an effort that I'm putting into it, but the DUE 5000 is helping. A lot of people enjoying the forest trails. I'm the only madman shredding them on full speed. It's quite a large bump, but there's no problem for the Drag Escape Sport. Just like that, we're on another part of the forest. I'm gonna continue shredding this trail. Some noises you can hear back there, but not from the transmission, just from the kickstand. Only the kickstand makes noises. The Altus derailleur is firm into position, doesn't make a sound, which is also quite nice. I can't even believe this is a 21 kilogram bike, and on top of it all, it's an entry-level mountain bike. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Bit of a gravelly patch here with some stones sticking out from the dirt trail. I see another biker in front. Let's see if I can pass him. Nice flowy trail here in Banasa Forest. I just jumped the tree, but I had to dismount. And I'm gonna continue shredding this trail. I love it. Yeah, I took that path back there so that I can see if there are any noises coming from the bike other than the kickstand. A bit of noise from the disc brakes, but it's normal. Very nice long flowy trail. A perfect test if you want to have as much fun as I am having right now. Go ahead and check the links in the description below. In the first link you can find details for the Drag Escape Sport, and in the second link in the description you can find the price of the e-bike. I am now pedaling past the limit of the motor. I am currently pedaling with 30 kilometers an hour, and I am telling you, if you want to push past the limit, it takes some muscle power, so keep that in mind. It doesn't mean that if you're on an e-bike, this sort of e-bike, pedal type e-bike, I'm not talking about the throttle ones, because there is another story there, but these pedal driven ones, you have to put some effort into it. Up until now I had no problem taking corners at full speed. It's quite a narrow single track here, and I'm going at full speed. I'm smiling from ear to ear. Some roots here. Okay, we passed that section with roots. I didn't find as many roots as I wanted to in this part of the forest, but nevertheless the suspension is quite nice. Oh yeah, and just like that we're out of the forest. It was a lot of fun shredding the Drag Escape Sport on the forest trails. I'm gonna stop here and give you my opinion about the bike. I don't think I have to use that many words to describe the fun you just saw shredding on forest trails at full speed all the time. It doesn't matter that it doesn't have an expensive fork. It doesn't matter it doesn't have a dropper post. It doesn't matter that it doesn't have a carbon frame, carbon wheels. This bike is like the dream for an entry-level bike. Keep in mind, this video is not sponsored, so I am free to tell you whatever I feel like. So I'm not influenced in any way. Yeah. So the stopping power provided by the Shimano MT201s, even though they are single piston in the forest, cross-country style or single track, but with not a lot of declining slope, the brakes are quite good. The DUE 5000, even if it's limited, you can get over the limitation, but you have to put some effort into it. After 10 kilometers, we still have 71 kilometers left in full power mode. If I go down one bar, I have 99 kilometers left, and on Eco I have 142 kilometers left. So it's quite nice. The 1x9 transmission on the Drag Escape Sport does the job perfectly. Even though you have 9 cogs on the back, you won't need any more. It's an entry-level bike, so you'll manage. Keep in mind, this bike has a torque sensor, so it depends on how much power you put on the pedals. That's how the motor knows how much to assist you. The Coxrock handlebar and stem combo is quite nice. The 740mm wide bar and the 60mm short stem are quite nice for maneuvering tight corners and keeping the bike on the trail. The Cox trigger saddle is quite comfortable, even if you are sitting down on a trail with not that many bumps. But if you wish to change the saddle, you can do it. But I'm telling you, you get this bike out of the box, you take it to a bike shop if you don't know how to assemble it, and then go out. I was talking earlier about the Sigma headlight and tail light here, and now for the surprise I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna shred this forest trail in almost pitch black. Change a couple of gears. Let me make this right turn here. As you can see, the Sigma headlight is very useful. I just saw this tree in the middle of the road in time, and now I can go around it. We can keep on shredding on this trail. It's quite nice to have a decent headlight when you're shredding narrow forest trails like these ones. These are quite flowy. Make a left turn to spice things up. A big puddle. I'm currently focusing on this trail, that's why I'm not speaking so much. Just wanted to leave you with forest sounds and me just going like a madman on this trail. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was close right there. So I just found the limit of the Mitas Ocelot tires. I lost traction there on my front wheel, which is the worst it can happen. But the experience I have helped me avoid that tree. So in conclusion, the Drag Escape Sport, it's a very nice entry-level e-bike. If you are a beginner level user of an e-bike, this is the perfect bike for you. It's simple, you have sturdy components on it, so you don't have to worry about something breaking, even if you shred it full speed on forest trails, as you saw in the video. So with that being said, this was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, push that subscribe button if you want to see me doing more of these review type videos. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And if the Drag Escape Sport is not the bike for you, check this video over here. Take care. Bye bye.